Hey guys, Heatfireash here. So with one of the latest battle videos I had some people asking about this Trick Room team. So they want to kind of get an idea of what the team looks like now that I've made some changes to it. But just so you know, the other team that I have, the old Trick Room team, that's still available. You can still rent that. Pokemon, just kind of the way it goes is the meta's constantly changing. So I'm trying different things out. I'm trying new things. So my team is going to be changing just as time goes on. But I am going to be leaving the old teams up as long as I can. So I think they let you have 5 rental teams on here. So the original team is going to be up for quite a while. But here's the current team that I am using. And right there is the rental ID. So you can grab that if you do want to use it. And right now I'm going to actually just switch over to Showdown. And I'm going to kind of give you the full overview of the team. Okay, so here's the Trick Room team. Starting out with Hatterene is the exact same spread as the previous one. Max HP, max special attack, and then 4 in special defense, and then a quiet nature. The only difference here is that we do have the Babiri berry. And so that's really helping us out deal with all the steel type Pokemon, such as Duraludon, which almost everyone's running. And you can see in my latest battle video that we did live a max steel strike from a Duraludon. So this is really going to help us get through those Duraludons. And the only thing that can one-shot us through this is a max special attack modest choice specs Duraludon with Steel Beam. So that's the only way that they can guarantee one-shot this with one Pokemon. Of course, Indeedee using Follow Me is really going to take care of any other attacker they have. The only thing to be weary about is if they have another spread move user, something that can get Rock Slide like Tyranitar, or even I went up against a Charizard with Heat Wave already that kind of took me off guard. So just be aware, we can tank the one Steel move, but if they have another spread user, Hatterene is going to go down. So just be aware of that just in case you go up against it. But yeah, basically exact same Hatterene here. Next, Indeedee. This is, I think, the exact same Indeedee. The only difference here is we are going with more defense on this one, and that's sort of to live Fish's Rend from Dracovish. Dracovish is still all over in the meta, so this is going to help us tank up those hits more. And we actually do have some speed on this one, so we're no longer a minus speed nature. We have some speed here, and this is going to kind of help us out, especially if we can't get Trick Room off. That's part of this team is better than the old team was all in completely on Trick Room. And this team still really needs Trick Room, but they have a couple options to help out a little bit more if you can't get it up. So we do have some speed on Indeedee. And then a little different on the last one, I did have Ally Switch. And because I'm running the Babiri berry on Hatterene, I'm not really using the Ally Switch right now. It's still not a bad option. It still works a lot of the time. And if the meta changes, I might go back to it. We'll see. But for right now, I'm using Heal Pulse. I'm still trying that out. It hasn't been really that useful so far, to be honest. But there are some times where you can use it to like buff up your Rhyperior back up to full HP, or even Torkoal. If Torkoal gets hit and it's using Eruption. So it can be useful. Something else to think about here is also Mystic Fire. It's just another good attack and can be pretty useful with Indeedee. Alright, so now on to the new Pokemon. We do have Torkoal here. Torkoal, man, it's just a powerhouse. It hits so hard. So we are running max HP, max special attack, and then this might look a little weird here, but we are running 4 EVs in speed with a max speed IV. So Torkoal's already very slow, but what this lets us do here, and if you see this 41 here, we are going to outspeed Hatterene, which means if we are going against an opposing Trick Room team, we can actually throw our Torkoal out right from the beginning, and we can just knock out Hatterene and Indeedee, whatever they have, and we can just do massive, massive damage to them because we are going to be outspeeding outside of Trick Room. So, and because it is still 41, if it's against a normal team that's not a Trick Room team, we're still going to be faster than everything when we're in Trick Room. And then obviously pretty simple things. We are going with choice specs here because we just want to maximize damage. And then, so we are kind of a glass cannon a little bit. Eruption, Heat Wave, Solar Beam, Earth Power. Just know sometimes you just got to click Heat Wave instead of Eruption if you're going to be taking damage, because Eruption, obviously you lose attack power when you get hit, when you lose your HP. So just be wary of that. That's kind of where we have both options. So you don't want to lock yourself into Eruption unless you're either way far ahead in the game or you can switch out. So just be aware of that. Then Rhyperior, I saw some people using this in a couple of the tournaments so far with weakness policy Rhyperior. He's just a powerhouse. He's got crazy defense, crazy attack, and then if he gets weakness policy off with Dynamaxing, it's really hard to take down. He hits so hard. So I'm using high horsepower here over Earthquake. I just like the single target a little bit better than the spread move Earthquake personally. You could run both though. Rock Slide, obviously a good stab rock move, and then my tech moves here, sort of. I'm going with Thunder Punch because obviously he sort of has trouble with water types. Gyarados can be a problem. Max Geyser in the rain is definitely knocking you out. So this at least lets us just take out an opposing Gyarados, which obviously, yeah, like I said, is an issue. Gyarados can be an issue. So I like the Thunder Punch so far, but I mean, there's lots of options in the slot. And then lastly, Hammer Arm, which is just a good coverage move. It's going to deal a lot of damage to stuff like Steel types and everything like that, and Snorlax. And also being able to have that Fighting Dynamax move to up your attack even more is great. And then pretty basic set here. We're just max HP, max attack, and then 4 in special defense. And then we are 0 speed here. Next up, we have Rotom Mo. This is kind of covering for some of our weaknesses. Like I said, Gyarados is kind of an issue, and also just water types in general are really good against Rhyperior and Torkoal. So this is going to deal really well. It's really resistant to water, so you can switch it in easily. And then we have that Leaf Storm to get rid of even stuff like Gastrodon. Gastrodon is also a problem for this team, so Leaf Storm is going to knock out that Gastrodon easily. Obviously going Thunderbolt, Will-O-Wisp to help against those physical attackers, and then Helping Hand is just another great attack. Helping Hand plus Eruption on Torkoal. Oh, the damage is absolutely insane. And the spread here, we're going for a pretty defensive spread. 196 HP, 100 defense, 148 special defense with a special boost, and then 64 special attack. So this just lets us be pretty bulky and tank up a lot of hits. Plus the Citrus Berry. So we are going to be getting that little bit of recovery. And also, Rotom's kind of also good against if you're not in Trick Room, because it is so bulky, it can survive a lot of hits and still get off damage. So it's definitely good to bring if you're thinking Trick Room's going to be hard to get up. And then lastly, I have a Gyarados here, which is probably the only Pokemon right now I'm not 100% sure on. I was also considering Gastrodon for this spot, but I haven't really tried it on this team. But so far it's been okay. It's especially built for if you can't get Trick Room off, because I am running quite a bit of speed here. So we're going with a Wakenberry, which is going to reduce the super effective electric attack, so we can live something like a Thunderbolt from a Rotom. And then we are going with Crunch, Waterfall, Power Whip, which is a new move, which is grass type obviously, and is pretty nice. And then Protect on him. And then we do have 4 HP, 188 attack, so that's going to be a good bit of damage with the Adamant Nature. And then 4 defense, 124 special defense, and 188 speed. So the special defense here, this is going to let us tank a lot of hits from stuff like Shadow Ball from Chandelure, or anything like that. We can kind of switch in, get our Intimidate off, and then still do massive damage. And then we are having this extra speed stat here, and this is going to let us outspeed a positive natured Tyranitar. So we're going to be able to get off a huge Waterfall or even a Max Geyser into a Tyranitar and outspeed it outside of Trick Room, which is important because, like I said, some games you just can't get Trick Room up, or it might be hard from the beginning. So that is the new Trick Room team. That's what I'm rolling with currently. Of course, like I said, meta's changed so fast, so I'm sure I'll be making changes to it. But the rental code is up there, so you guys can feel free to use it. And I will have the paste of this team down in the description below, so if you want to use it on Showdown, you can. But yeah, like I said, that is the team I'm using right now. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm going to use it until I find, some changes I want to make. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.